All right, Shalom. When it's thought about giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Shema Shah by Shema Kakabyash, double honor to the apostle and elders, great millstone. Shalom to all the Akim the person of word of sincerity and truth. I'm just gonna do this fairly quick lesson on this coronavirus vaccine. More wickedness from the white man. All right, these devils, and they're in the league of men that surround them, the league of the other nations, the Ishmaelites, which are the Arabs, Moabite, Chinese, the Ammonites, the Japanese, the Hamites, all these different nations, that's coming together, to push out this, push this new world order. Whether some of these nations actually directly know or indirectly know, they're actually pushing the plans of the so-called white man. All right, it's already been spoken of, and I spoke about this plenty of times that this coronavirus is an inside job. All right. And it's to help push the plans of the global elitists, and now they're going to have this vaccination where they're looking to kill off 500,000 sharks, to actually help push this vaccination. And you can't tell me this is righteousness, all right? Anybody that has a brain that actually works in their head properly, see that this white man is the goddamn devil, man. They never look for a natural alternative, using natural herbs that the Most High created, as is written, the Lord created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. They always in some damn, creating these potions and spells, and that shows you, which I'm going to go into in Nahum the 3rd chapter, he's the mistress of witchcraft, man. You look at these ancient witches and sorcerers, they would take, cow blood or pig's blood, different strands of hair, different, animal body parts, and they would mix it within their, I think it was the cauldron. Then they would put the potions within the cabinets on the shelf. And this white man is doing the same thing through his pharmaceutical companies. That's why when you look up the word pharmakeia, it means a spell-giving potion. But I'm going to read a little bit on this. It says 500,000 sharks could be killed for their natural oil to produce coronavirus vaccines, according to conservationists. One ingredient used in some COVID-19 vaccine candidate is squalene, a natural oil made in the liver of sharks. Squalene is currently used as an adjuvant in medicine, an ingredient that increases the effectiveness of a vaccine by creating a stronger immunity response. British pharmaceutical company GlaxoSmithKline currently uses shark squalene in flu vaccines. The company said it would manufacture 1 billion doses of this adjuvant for potential use in coronavirus vaccines in May. Shark Allies, the California-based group, suggests that if the world's population received 1 dose of a COVID-19 vaccine containing the liver oil, around 250,000 sharks would need to be slaughtered, depending on the amount of squalene used. And what's crazy on top of that is individuals are going to need multiple vaccinations. Let me see if I can find a little bit on this, a little bit more on there. But yeah, individuals more than likely going to need multiple vaccinations, because what happens if you get sick and you get a vaccination and you're around individuals that's sick also, and you might have to get revaccinated, all right? Or it might have to be a yearly vaccination, whether once every year, once every 2 years, and this is constantly, children that actually enroll in public school, they're going to actually it's going to be required for them to have a vaccination. And that's why we said all this stuff is pushing towards the New World Order. That's really the main premise of the lesson, to go into that. But this shows that the white man is the devil, man. It ain't no working around it. A lot of people going to still try to justify the actions of this man. A lot of these boneheaded niggas, they always got something to try to, help this white man dodge the bullet. All right. When he's leading you on to the axe. All right. Jake is sheep being led to the slaughterhouse. They're putting fucking body parts, remains from sharks and these different unclean, which they're unclean animals to consume, and we ain't supposed to have no parts in them, and they're injecting it directly into your bloodstream. And that's why it's been a lot of trial runs. Individuals been getting trying to get certain vaccinations put on them, and they're getting sick as hell. You know, they had a couple of trial runs for these different vaccine, tests, because the people aren't their bodies, aren't compatible with the vaccinations, and our bodies were never developed, or created to actually take these different vaccinations. All right, but it's all for Esau and his new world order. Nahum 3:4. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts that set up nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcrafts. Behold, I am against thee, said the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirt upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame. Yeah, and this is an example of the nakedness and the shame of the white man. He's been exposed to being a devil. A quarter million to 500,000, sharks they're looking to put to death. And these white people ain't gonna have sympathy like, damn, you know what, we killing all the animals of the Most High. They're looking at like, we're gonna have to get this job done, and these, the scriptures even speak about what? The tender mercies of the wicked are even cruel. These other nations, see, they get off with consuming these different unclean beasts, these unclean rodents, and that's where the so-called origin of this coronavirus came from. They say it came from pangolin, in the Wuhan shops, and it came from unclean animals that was in these different shops together, and they actually basically defecated with amongst each other and things of that nature. And one person contracted it, patient zero, then multiple people contracted it. Next thing you know, population for population, and now they need a vaccination. That's the story of how it went. But we already know Esau has a program. Brother's been speaking about this for years, man. This is all to push the New World Order, because mass vaccinations is going to go into mass chipping. All right? Whether you like it, you believe it, you see it or not, that's the times that we're living in, man. We are not in the times where we actually can rest. You watch your basketball, you watch your boxing and your UFC, and you start to see your so-called black and Latino millionaires and billionaires popping up around the world, and you start to believe that we actually have a level of prosperity in this system. This place is a fucking... It's a disease, man. This place is a sickness, and it's breaking us down from the inside out. All right? That's why it says polluted, it shall destroy you. So our mindset should be getting the F out of this kingdom, man. Revelation 13:16. And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Right. You go to your grocery stores and they're having the intercoms. You're required to wear face masks. Some of these grocery stores, you can't even go inside without having a face mask. Some of these jobs, you can't even go inside without actually having a face mask or getting scanned. The job that I work at, they scan our foreheads every single day. And if I try to, duck down from the scanner, push the lady or the male that's in the front, that's scanning my forehead temperature reader, shit, it's going to be a problem. And they have to jot the temperature of everybody's body every single day. And they're not looking to let up on that. And it's going to go from those type of head scans to the chip. All right? And see, this seemed very far-fetched a couple years ago. People couldn't see it. But since this coronavirus is been pushed out, and a lot of these prophecies have been popping all over the place, now the vision is being plain, It puts biblical perspective, out to the point a lot of people could see how it gets to that point, and we definitely could see, because starting out with the apostles and elders on down, we've been speaking about it for years. It says, "And that no man might buy or sell, save that he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name." Right. So buying and purchasing is whether you're a buyer, a trader, a producer, a consumer, you're gonna need access to that chip to actually get to the next level of society, so to speak. You know, here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of a beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 603 score and six. Yeah, and that's 666, which is the basically you being fully translated within this beast system. You know, so hopefully brothers will edify. Avoid this white man at all costs, man. Scripture says, never trust thy enemy. So I'm gonna end it by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh by Shema, Shah by Shema Kakodash. Double honors to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, Akim.